What's up, Aquarius friends? How are you, my dears? I've missed you. I hope all is well with the Aquarians out there. We're going to do a fun little tarot spread for you all today about finances and career and money. We're going to try anyway. Sometimes love messages come through and it is what it is, right? I got to read what the cards present. But do keep in mind these are general messages. That means not everything I say in this video is going to resonate with all the Aquarians out there. So please do only take away messages for your best and highest good. You will know intuitively what those are. If something doesn't seem to fit your circumstance or scenario, please don't force it. You can release it and then pay attention to the rest, right? I hope lots of things in this video resonate with you Aquarians, but if not, that's okay. I encourage you to check your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs if you would like additional messages or clarity on the things I'm saying here. If you don't know how to do that, there will be a link in the description box below. It'll show you how to generate your birth chart, and it's all free. What was I gonna say? I have no idea. If something. In that description box below will be everything else you need to know about this video, including my social media channels, as well as the decks I'm using, and again, how to generate that birth chart. All right, without further ado, let's hop in for the Aquarians. What can we get for career and finances and money? Messages for their best and highest good, please. I'll take one more here from this deck. Happy summer. We are officially in summer solstice time. Sorry. I got a runny nose. And we are in Cancer season, so happy Cancer season to all the Aquarians out there. Sometimes not always a fun energy for you guys to be all up in your feels, so we'll see if you're channeling that. And we are coming out of that Sagittarian full moon energy, which is really great. It's energy that motivates us and inspires us. So check out those videos if you haven't already for the Sagittarius full moon. But yeah, it makes us go after things that like our heart calls us to do, and without having to question it, without an Aquarian energy being really wrapped up in the why and the ideas behind it. It's because your heart calls for you to do it, because you want to live that new experience. So the Sagittarian full moon is a fun energy. We'll take one more card for Aquarius, messages for their best and highest good regarding career and finances. Anything else for Aquarius? Okay, boom. So let's start. In the past, the card you had is the Knight of Cups. Somebody else had this, but I don't remember who. Who was it? Doesn't matter. Anyway, Knight of Cups, Piscean energy, emotional offers of love. And Knights always bring movement into our life, right? So forward movement in love. Now, because this is career and finance, it's moving forward towards what you love, towards, again, what your heart calls you to do, Aquarius. It could also be putting out resumes and applications, again, to a new business or company that's more aligned with your emotions, with what you love or what you love to do or what you want to contribute to the world, essentially like share your cup with the world. The love, the changes you want to see in the world just kind of came through there. Card of Pisces. And yeah, with this, it's almost like you have your head or your heart set on something, Aquarius, where you are abandoning the idea of fear. And it's not in a bad way. It's not that you're being illogical. Sort of that fool energy of jumping off the cliff knowing that you'll land on your feet somehow. I'm saying that there's a shark in the water below, right? We can see its fins popping out. But again, your heart is just calling you to go explore and discover this potentially new endeavor, new company. And so, yeah, you're flying to do it because it's in your heart space. Ace of Swords, and it's a new idea. You've been illuminated to a new thought or a new idea, new potential, new possibility, and it is air energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. So yeah, that's clarifying whatever you're going after. I actually like it. It's a good dynamic because this is the card of Pisces, the Knight of Cups, which can sometimes be this dreamer, hopeless romantic, kind of caught in the illusion of the scenario. It's saying, nope, this is your truth. This is based in fact or logic, but it's logic of how you feel. So it's a good balance of the head and the heart. Very cool, Aquarius. All right, so coming up in your present, that's coming up in your past. Coming up in your present energy is the Six of Swords. Okay, so forward movement with the knowledge that we've gained from some sort of experience. Now, because it does follow the 5, sometimes the experience and knowledge we've gained wasn't always easy. There may have been some conflict in achieving that ability to move forward, but sixes tend to be cards of forward movement, of victories. So it's like you've gained the expertise or knowledge, or as much as you can possibly gain mentally from where you're at, from the past. So now it's like the universe is like, yes, move forward, Aquarius. Now is the time. And this is one of your cards, right? It's Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, sword, air energy, right? But you're moving forward intuitively, right? With that big old moon there. And you do have some water energy, Pisces, even Cancer with the moon. You may have that in your chart. You're being called to something greater. Really cool. And it may have to do with the changing of the seasons as well. If you've just started off on this new endeavor, if you're waiting to see the money, the cash flow, or like the fruits of your labor, if you will, it may take some time. There may be a few cycles you have to ride out and go through. But I'm just getting, if you stick with your inner truth, Aquarius, this is going to be a successful path. But because it's summer, it may take the fall to actually see the financial return, or maybe if you're going back to school and gaining more knowledge, this is indicating, you go back to school in the fall, or you're not graduating until, you know what I mean? There's changing of cycles, but specifically seasons is important here. Nine of Wands. Okay, so fire energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. It is a Sagittarius card. So this card can mean a few different things. Sometimes it's the exhausted, wounded soldier who's still standing at his post, but it's like the nine wands indicate a tremendous amount of effort, a tremendous amount of labor, potentially working towards a career that you're excited about. But the thing is, it's relatively new, so that's why I don't think this card isn't necessarily representing something that you've been working at forever. It could be a little bit of exhaustion, especially if you're doing lots of research and gathering of ideas and thoughts. Sometimes this can be blocking our blessings, though. It's like you're building up a wall that either other people aren't going to be able to get through, or you're unaware of it, but you're blocking yourself from opportunities. Oh, I see what this is. This is defending your thoughts. Okay, so in that case, it is sort of a little bit of that, I don't want to say stubborn, that's not the right word. How I was saying blocking off other people, it is that, and it's not on a social aspect, it's on the mental plane. So what I mean by that is you've got all these swords in your backpack, right? These thoughts, these ideas that you're moving forward with passionately, right? Your heart is in this new endeavor, this new trip, this new company that you're applying to. You are physically, but it's mentally blocking out other people who are trying to talk you out of it. That's what this is. And it's requiring a tremendous amount of work. So from that, you may be having multiple people kind of giving you, like, instilling fear, like, well, Aquarius, like, have you thought of this? This isn't financially smart. Like, you don't have enough money to start your own business, or, you can't open multiple spots when the first one isn't even succeeding on its own. Like, that's what, like, people are, I think, maybe kind of trying to give you constructive criticism or put ideas in your head, but they're just not helpful. That's what's coming through here. And so you have to be in warrior mode, maybe wounded warrior, in that people are hurting your ego or your idea. It's bruising your zest or something. But it's like you come to the conclusion that if you want this, Aquarius, you're going to have to fight for it and block out the haters. That's what this is, very interestingly. And there's something about letting them paint themselves in a corner, or I don't know if that's the expression. They're doing the damage to themselves. Oh, okay. It's you looking at this person, and it's like you're looking up, I want to say from your high horse, but it's not bad. It's not bad. But you're flying off on your broomstick, right? You have a higher perspective. You're above them mentally. You see things, you see more possibilities in a sense here. and you see them struggling with their own career or job. They're putting in a tremendous amount of labor and effort, and it's almost like their labor and effort is painting them into a corner. They're never going to be free from almost this physical trap that they're building for themselves. It almost looks like a prison, right? And I don't want to say you pity them because that sounds super condescending, but it's almost like, I think you get what I'm trying to say. You look at them and you sense sadness because you understand that the physical labor and efforts they're putting in, they're really not happy. But it's almost like because the 9 is a long time, they've been doing this task or thing so long, they have no fresh outside perspective. They basically live in their cage. It's the same thing day to day, 9 to 5, and they don't know any better other than to just accept it. Like, this is my life and this is how it goes. You, Aquarius, are not accepting that. You are off to bigger and better things, even though it may seem risky and these new ideas, right, that your heart is calling you to do. People might be calling you crazy or giving you shit or, again, constructive criticism, but really just criticizing your ideas or your path that you've chosen. Yeah, you're smarter to see that those are not the people you want to listen to. So the challenge for you is going to be the Hermit card. So Virgo energy, soul searching, seeking information from the interior, going off on potentially a spiritual path. Yet it's like you are leaving the beaten path. You are going off on your own to venture into like this new career path that not everybody is taking. The hermit mode is solo. It's alone potentially. So some of you may be starting your own business or just even venture. This could be the case. Your whole family are doctors, right? And you decide that, oh, I don't know, you're going to do some sort of creative thing. And so again, the people around you, they've built themselves and they're like, well, I have to be a doctor. Mom's a doctor and dad was a doctor and grandmother was like, you know what I mean? Those are who's around you, and you, Aquarius, you're going off on this. I'm doing this because it's my inner light. It's what's inside of me. You're shedding light on essentially the interior, your mental space, your thoughts, your inner truth. Again, this card is like the love you want to put out into the world. It's unique or it's different in some way, Aquarius. But the light is bright. Look, like you can see everything that you need to see to walk this path. It's not a lot of light. There's probably a lot of mystery and unknown factors in your journey here. But this lantern, it's gonna guide you for quite a while here. So yeah, you don't need to be questioning or looking back of, shit, should I have listened to them? Were they right? Should I not be following my heart and my intuition? Keep going. That's gonna be your challenge. You may be alone. You may have isolated yourself from the group, or it's a spiritual journey of self. Whatever that means to you, keep going. Because there's going to be times where you want to stop or quit, or at minimum question that you're on the right path. It's being clarified by justice. Okay, so the card of Libra, you may have strong Libra in your chart. Or you may some of you too, by walking, this is a random, that's very specific for like 1 or 2 people. If you're walking away from a difficult relationship, either with a company or with a person, and you feel like you got taken, maybe your money was taken away and you kind of had to just go off on your own and cut your losses, there will be a rebalancing of the scales here. If you're waiting on like a court decision, there will be a rebalancing of the scales. But for that to come in, it's like you need to part ways with the people, with the company, with whatever that means to you. Libra, I almost called you Libra. Aquarius, there will be justice. And so that could even mean that if you're in this mode where I'm following my heart's desire, my intuition tells me to do this, but nothing is coming in for me, nothing is happening. I've put in the time and the work and the efforts and now I'm stuck. There will be a rebalancing of the scales, but I'm just getting it's going to take time. The Hermit is like Father Time, right? He's old and gray. He has a beard. And I'm not saying it's going to take a lifetime for you to feel the balance, but there's something to do with you can't rush the clock. Universe decides when it's going to grant you blessings, whether that means financially or emotionally or whatever. Something about being blindly guided is what's important here. So it's strong, like follow that intuition. You're not going to see everything clearly, but blessings are going to start coming in, and that is going to offer you some sort of reassurance that you're on the right path. You may meet a Libra who I don't want to say is like gonna change your life, but I mean potentially for some of you, but on this hermit spiritual path, this going off into different lands, different fields, a new venture, you might meet someone who helps you to rebalance the scales, offers you insight or guidance in some way that like levels you out, or it's a positive contribution to your life. It might be a Libra person that comes in to help. But, okay, because it's coming up as your challenge or focus, you may be in a mode, Aquarius, where you're not sure who to trust. And so in that case, when this person does approach you, I think this is someone you don't know, you're more likely to not give them the benefit of the doubt because you are in soul-searching mode of self. It's almost like you don't want any outsiders to impact that. And rightfully so. I get that because I think in your past you've had a lot of naysayers. I'm just getting that if this is the case, if someone is coming in and offering you guidance, obviously use your best judgment and act with what is in alignment with your goals and desires. But this person, it's not their first rodeo. They have either a solid foundation of knowledge or they've done what you're trying to do. And so while it may be counterintuitive to what you're believing, I don't know how to express this, but they're offering you some sort of guidance that actually is helpful, but it's like you have to pick apart the layers to really analyze if you're going to even listen to them or not, let alone take their advice. That's what's coming through here. Some of you might be seeking legal advice too, just with the Justice card, it's possible. All right, so that's your challenge. The help available to you, wow, the Sun, being illuminated to new ideas, and this card is so happy. It's like celebration and it's generational, right? There's Maiden Mother Crone here, right? Card of Leo. Regeneration. Yeah, it's like things do start to grow and bloom and blossom. And it may, well, a couple things. It does have to do with the results, or I'm sorry, is it the results? Is that the word I'm looking for? This wouldn't have happened had you not gone into hermit mode. Your lantern it's burning, but it's a small light guiding you. Eventually, it's going to turn to like the sunlight, something bigger and better. Follow this dark path, this mystery. There's something kind of dark about this Libra card. It's like you're searching for some sort of truth or justice, but again, it's shrouded a little bit. It's like moon energy. It's not all made clear yet. You're being blindly guided. But it's leading to this. The help available to you is like, there's light at the end of the tunnel. That's what this is saying. There's light at the end of the tunnel. There's happiness. There's joy. There's celebration. This did come through for somebody else's sign. For those trying to get pregnant, it might actually happen. But again, time. You can't rush the process. Things are going to take when they're supposed to. You can't force nature, right? This could also represent the idea of a business idea lasting generations. There's great potential for growth. Like this at one point this field was just, grass, right? And now look at all these sunflowers have bloomed and they bloom annually, right? Maiden Mother Crone, the idea of generational ideas. This could be something life-changing that you're doing. Or Or it could be the idea of bringing in family to help. Especially for those, how I was giving you that scenario of like, well, I come from a family of doctors, but I want to be a stand-up comedian. This could be your family celebrating your truth. Celebrating the light, the newness, the illumination that you've brought to them, that just because you didn't follow the straight and narrow doesn't make you wrong, doesn't make your ideas less valuable. In fact, I think that's what it is for a lot of you. It's after you've done your soul searching by following your inner truth, other people start to come on board. So whether they're doing what you're doing, it may just represent the idea of them celebrating your accomplishments, and if for those who were naysayers, finally being like, I'm so proud of you, like that kind of thing. Which you don't need anyway, Aquarius, right? But, you know, it's never bad, right? There's like a I told you so energy about this. I told you guys. There it is again, being clarified by justice. I love it. These justices are very different, but I actually kind of love it. That dark, how I was saying, it's like moon, shadowy, mystery. You don't know all the answers yet. Look how bright and illuminated that justice card is now, right? Let's just look at those. I should do it this way. This is what you start with, blind justice. You're following your intuition. Eventually, it's crystal clear as day. The scales are rebalanced. I want to say in your favor, and it has to do with you taking the reins of your chariot, Aquarius. You being behind the driver's seat. You making decisions for yourself because it's your inner truth. Because you're following your heart and what you're being guided to do by universe, right? You are the conductor of your own life. There's lots of creative energy here. A lot of you may be artists or doing something that it requires some sort of creativity. You might be remodeling a house for some of you, but you're making the judgment calls, you're making the decisions, and I don't know how to say it other than you just know in your heart that it's right. It is just. Internally, your head and your heart, how we were saying your head and your heart are blended, that's what's on the scales here. As long as you keep those two aspects in check, in balance, there will be great success and accomplishment and victory and happiness, right? It may take a while to get there, but it's there, all right? The help available to you is listening to your heart. And potentially to a Libra. I'm going to say that again. There may be a Libra in your life that is quite helpful. A Libra that contributes positively to your life, that brings you joy and support and encouragement. They're not telling you what to do, but they're suggesting ideas to help you in this path. Okay? That's what I got for you, Aquarius. Very cool. I hope that resonated for anybody who needed to hear that message. Please do like, share, subscribe, and I will see you guys in a week to do about a week, to do your monthly July spreads. All the best to you, Aquarius. Bye!